Hi dear friends and subscribers, welcome to the Cricket Happening show today, and as promised, dear friends and subscribers, your host Ram is here to do a preview of the business end of the tournament which is coming up tomorrow, which is the semi-final stage of the T20 World Cup, and I'm going to do a preview of both the matches which are coming up. The first match is coming up tomorrow, and the first match is between the West Indies, who are peaking at the right time, and Sri Lanka, or one should remember that they rolled out New Zealand for 62 by defending a very low total. So that is going to be a real cruncher tomorrow at Chittagong. And then the next match, the second semi-final, is between India and South Africa, and one presumes that South Africa will be tested by spin, no doubt about it, even though South Africa do have a spinner, Imran Tahir, who has been doing well. And if one has really followed the T20 World Cup closely, what one has noticed is that the spinners are the ones who have been really ruling in this World Cup. Not only that, we have also seen a lot of collapses. We have seen a lot of collapses from the teams where they have been all out before even reaching 100. So that really tells you that how spinners play such a great role in the scheme of things in Bangladesh with slow pitches over there. Well, so first what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the preview of the Sri Lanka versus West Indies match which is coming up. Now, as far as West Indies are concerned, well, they are peaking at the right time. They struggled against India, but they came up hard in the next match against Bangladesh, and yesterday they put Pakistan out of the tournament. So as far as West Indies are concerned, well, Darren Sammy, well, he's definitely showing the way to all. In fact, all the West Indian batsmen have been doing well, but Darren Sammy has now got a very good term for his name, and that is a finisher. And I always have felt that Darren Sammy is a captain who leads from the front, a very cheerful person, and when it comes to it, he has fierce determination, and that's what we saw yesterday. And then if you look at the that is as far as Darren Sammy, the captain, is concerned. The opening, well, the opening has not been really giving some great starts, which one would expect with a person of the caliber. The caliber of Chris Gayle and the hard hitting of Dwayne Smith. So that is going to be the key, according to me. The opening start has to be pretty perfect for West Indies to really have a launching pad, and I'm sure if Chris Gayle and Dwayne Smith could actually give a launching pad to the West Indies, we could see some real fireworks at the end from the batsmen like Dwayne Bravo, who yesterday smashed the Pakistani bowlings to take the man of the match award. Along with Sammy, they realized almost 82 runs, and that was some splendid stuff. And as far as the other batting is concerned, well, Dinesh Ramadan, the wicketkeeper, well, he has been doing a fine job, but with the bat he has not been really coming. As you know, he also hit a century against England, which was a pretty quick century, but one has not seen Dinesh Ramadan really flowering in this tournament. Marlon Samuels is another one which is really a sort of a question mark, because as you remember, when West Indies actually won the last World Cup, Marlon Samuels played a great role with the bat, and so Marlon Samuels, they would be expecting that Marlon Samuels really peaks at the right time. Lendl Simmons, well, he has been getting the runs, but he has not been able to get a very good knock under his belt, and that is what is going to be pretty important. Now, as far as the bowling is concerned, now Krishmar Santoki has been the real threat to the opposition, because what he does is he not only gives the breakthrough, but he really bowls in the right areas with lots of variations, and it's very good to see. Well, Andre Russell would play as an all-rounder, as you know. Now, just looking at the spin is the one with which West Indies have really won all the matches. Samuel Badri is given the ball right away by Darren Sammy, and he performs his role very well, in the sense he really keeps the runs down, puts the pressure on the opposition, and picks up the wickets. And also the other person, the mystery bowler, Sunil Narine, as we all know. Now, one thing that one has noticed here is that Ravi Rampal has been out of the mix, and I think Ravi Rampal also basically due to the competition, but I would be tempted to feel that Ravi Rampal is a very good bowler. Probably they are plumping for Andre Russell. The reason being his batting is something, it's an advantage. Now Ravi Rampal, according to me, should be a certainty, but unfortunately he is not really finding his feet because of some healthy competition going on in this West Indies team, which is pretty good to see. But now what is going to be the question is that how the West Indies batting is going to face the likes of the Sri Lankans. Now Sri Lanka, as I said, they are looking pretty strong right now, and Dinesh Chandimal would be the captain because he was not there in the previous match, but Lasith Malinga, being the acting captain, took his team to victory by captaining well and defending a very low total, and finally the spinners doing the job for Sri Lanka. Now as far as the opening is concerned, by Kushal Perera has been looking very good in this particular T20 World Cup, and also Tilakane Dilshan. Now Dilshan is someone who has not got lots of runs under his belt, so they would be hoping for a good start from Tilakane Dilshan and Kushal Perera. And the stalwarts like Mahela Jayawardene has been not into some great form, and when Kumar Sangakkara has been struggling, so that has been something that is something that Sri Lanka would wish for, that both of them, Mahela Jayawardene is just that form, but Kumar Sangakkara, one presumes that it's very high time that really clicks in this T20 World Cup. And other than the batting, Angelo Matthews has always been a very reliable captain, a reliable player in all departments of the game. He's also a very good finisher like Darren Sammy, but not with the same aggression as Darren Sammy, but definitely has the wherewithal to deliver. And then looking at the all-rounders, now Sri Lanka, what is good about it? Yes, they also have Lairu Thirumanne, who is a good batsman, but what has been very good for the West Indies, for Sri Lanka, is that they are stocked with lots of all-rounders, so that really makes it a very tough thing for the opposition, because the other day we saw how Sachitra Senanaike played. He can hit some big shots too, and he's also a very good right-arm off spinner. Now again, it is going to be very interesting to see whether Ajantha Mendes, who was left out in favor of Rangana Herath. Now one definitely presumes that Rangana Herath, after taking 5 wickets, one would definitely be tempted to have Rangana Herath in the squad. He's a left-arm spinner, but whether Ajantha Mendes will find a place, so that is the question. Whether because the pitches are going to be slow, spin is going to be the name of the game for sure. So it is going to be interesting to see whether Ajantha Mendes would be given a chance. Now Sekugge Prasanna is also a very good bowler. He's a leg break bowler, and he can also bat, so that is the biggest advantage. Whether they would be probably they would like to go for Sekugge Prasanna. So there's a lot of things that Sri Lanka has to ponder, and as far as the pace bowling department is concerned, we all know the pace spearhead is Lasith Malinga, who normally does the role, but probably I thought in this T20 World Cup, Lasith Malinga has not really shown the real fury that one knows him for, and he has been well supported by Nuwan Kulashekara, who is also a very good bat. So all in all, what I think about this India-West Indies fixture is the West Indies Sri Lanka fixture, the semi-final, which is coming up tomorrow in the T20 World Cup 2014, is that it is going to be a lot of spin from both the ends. Now Sri Lankans are predominantly good players of spin, so one is tempted to feel that Sri Lanka will have the edge. Now whether West Indies would be tempted to go for Ravi Rampal, but well, I really doubt that, because the spinners have been doing the trick, but so it is going to be very interesting to see what would be the West Indian approach, and as far as Sri Lanka is concerned, well, they would also like to attack West Indies with spin, but one thing that Sri Lanka would have to guard is that right now West Indies players are in some great form, and they wield the willow in a very hard way, and if the ball is going to connect, if the bat is going to connect the ball, well, I'm sure the ball is really going to fly in all directions. But so Sri Lanka would definitely be knowing about that. So it's, as I said, Sri Lanka definitely would be in a sort of a real quandary as to what to do and what is the approach that they need to have against the West Indies. So that's going to be pretty interesting to see what would be the team composition as far as Sri Lanka is concerned. For West Indies, well, as I said, they are peaking at the right time, and one really hopes that this first semi-final, which is coming up, is going to be a real cracker of a contest. Well, so let's leave from here and now look at the other match. Now, India, as you know, are taking on South Africa in the second semi-final on 4th of April at Dhaka in Chittagong. Now, for India, one good thing has been they have not lost a single match in this T20 World Cup. So that augurs pretty well for them. Mahendra Singh Dhoni, the captain, has not been getting a lot of chances to bat because the top order has been performing admirably. Whether Mahendra Singh Dhoni, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, we all know what a great captain he is. So he will be leading the squad with the openers, Shikhar Dhawan, not in some good form, and I'm sure Shikhar Dhawan will be back. Ajinkya Rahane will have to sit, and Shikhar Dhawan and Rohit Sharma will open the innings. And Virat Kohli, well, what to talk about Virat Kohli? Such a great talent for India, and one really, as you would have all probably heard in the press, that the India's former all-rounder Kapil Dev definitely mentioned the name of Virat Kohli, and he said he won't be surprised if Virat Kohli goes on to actually even break Sachin Tendulkar's record. So such is the immense talent that Virat Kohli possesses, and I also won't be surprised because Virat Kohli, I think, is going to make tons of runs as far as international cricket is concerned. Now, Virat Kohli is looking very good. There's no doubt about that. And the other thing, as far as the batting, Suresh Raina has been looking good, but Yuvraj Singh, well, he definitely came into form the other day. But what is going to be pretty interesting is to see whether Yuvraj Singh is fully fit, because he actually did his ankle while actually playing football in the nets there. So that is something that they need to really look at. Suresh Raina, well, he has really made his place count in the team now. He's really showed why he was considered, and he's a T20 specialist. He has also got over that old problem of dealing with the short ball, which is good news for India. And then we look at some all-rounders in the Indian team, like Ravindra Jadeja, who is a very good all-rounder to have. In fact, Ravichandran Ashwin has also be classified as an all-rounder. And for South Africa, as I said, the big question mark will be hanging on how they are going to play the spinners, because spin is something which has been the mantra in this T20 World Cup in Bangladesh. Ravichandran Ashwin, well, he has been having lots of variations. He's amongst the wickets, he's amongst the blocking the runs. So he has been having a great T20 World Cup, Ravichandran Ashwin. And spinners are the ones who have really given India, they have brought India up to the semi-finals because they have managed to actually restrict teams to even less than 140, which is a great job that the Indian bowlers have done. Now, Amit Mishra has been such an improvement for India, because Amit Mishra, with his right arm leg spin, has been pretty consistent with his wicket taking, and is also consistent in not giving away lots of runs. He has not been bowling any loose lollies, and the batsmen have to be very watchful, so that really piles on the pressure on them. And then Ravindra Jadeja himself comes in and wheels his arm over in a nice way. And then the pace bowlers. Now, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar has been pretty economical. He's such a bowler that you have to give him the new ball and see to it that he bowls the full quota. And also in the death overs, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar is pretty effective. And that's the reason. The pace bowlers actually, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar and Mohammad Shami, keep the runs in check. Then the spinners come into the equation, pick up the wickets, block the runs, the pressure adds up, and then finally the opposition team has to end up with less than 150 runs. So that has been something that India has been doing consistently. Now this is going to be the semi-final, so it's a big game, and I'm sure India will have to really look at what is the other thing, because any semi-final is, as you know, it is going to be just one match, and if you're going to be losing in this, you're not going to be you're not going to be into the final. So it's going to be a very, very important game. Let's look at the South African squad. But for South Africa, as I said, the test is going to be the spinners. Now South Africa also has been leading with the spin. Imran Tahir, who has been included, has been doing having a wonderful World Cup. He has been amongst the wickets. He has been able to control the flow of runs, and that has been pretty important. And he has come and taken wickets at pretty crucial times, which has really helped South Africa. But one thing, if you compare India and South Africa in this T20 World Cup, what one has seen is South Africa has been really struggling, in the sense initially they lost some matches. They have not really come up to they have not really, I wouldn't say they have done it they have not done it in a very, very convincing manner. They have struggled, and finally they have got through. So these things have happened. But for India, India has been pretty convincing in their victories. But any semi-final is a real new game. It's a different game, and I'm sure South Africa would have pulled up their socks by now. And Du Plessis has been a very, very good captain of the South African team. He will be back after the one match. He was actually kept out because of the slow over rate. Hashim Amla, well, the other day we saw, after a long time in this T20 World Cup, at least he got some 40 under his belt, where he was cracking force in a very, very consistent fashion. Quinton de Kock is another great talent. But now let me tell you one thing. Now Quinton de Kock is the one who holds the record when India actually toured South Africa in the bilateral series, where he holds the record for the first person to have, in a bilateral series, hit three centuries on the trot against India. Now that is something which will be definitely preying on Indians' mind, and I'm sure yes, this is going to be definitely a different wicket for Quinton de Kock. But no, Quinton de Kock, what he did is he did it on his home ground, and that was in South Africa on a bouncy pitches. But here the matter is absolutely different altogether. It's going to be slow pitch. The ball is going to turn. It will be very interesting to see how Quinton de Kock tackles the Indians. But I'm sure he's a great talent, so I wouldn't be surprised if he still scores some runs against the Indians. A.B. de Villiers, well, we all know what a dangerous player he can be. And then John Paul Domini has really got a very different approach to this T20 World Cup, I thought. He has been pretty attacking. He has been aggressive, and he has really been doing a great job for the South African squad. And then David Miller, who has been the finisher for South Africa, has not really been, I wouldn't say he has really come to the fore in this T20 World Cup. Probably tomorrow might be the day in the semi-final against India. Albie Markel, the India would definitely know what is the capability of Albie Markel, who really likes to hit the ball hard and long. Moni Markel, his brother, who has not been having a good T20 World Cup. He has not been able to get his bearings on this slow pitches in Bangladesh, and he has been going for plenty of runs. He has also lost his place in the squad. Whether he would be brought back, that is going to be interesting. Wayne Parnell is another one who can also bat. And Arun Fungisu has not got a game at all. Lunwabo Sutsobe. So the pace attack is looking strengthened, but I'm sure South Africa know for one fact that they know is that Indians are good players of spin, born and bred on spin. Whether they would be tempted to include a spinner and not include a pace bowler, so which is not something that I think that they will do. They would probably strengthen they have Dale Steyn, they have Lunwabo Sutsobe, and I don't think they would go for a spinner, because as far as India is concerned, they know that Indians are good players of spin, and South Africa will definitely strengthen their pace attack with Dale Steyn, Sutsobe. There is going to be Wayne Parnell, there's going to be Moni Markel. That's going to be interesting. Albie Markel will also bowl. But all in all, as I think, one thing that I would like to say here, as far as India and South Africa is concerned, for India, their test would be definitely there would be a test. It is not going to be easy. But South Africa, for it is going to be a real test against the spin of Amit Mishra, Ravichandran Ashwin, and also Ravindra Jadeja. but I'm sure South Africa will definitely have an attacking approach against the spinners. And for South Africa, well, if they have been always been termed as chokers, now whether they can shake it off tomorrow and day after tomorrow by beating India, that's something what remains to be seen. And as far as the match between West Indies and Sri Lanka is concerned, whether the defending champions can put it across the Sri Lankans and march to the finals, because they are peaking at the right time. But Sri Lanka, let me tell you, they are not the ones to allow it to go so quickly, because they have, I mean, when the tournament started, one definitely had a feeling that Sri Lankans are looking as real favorites. But well, as of now, we can't say anything. But tomorrow, when the match really pans out, we will definitely know. But I think the real cracker of a contest coming in the form of West Indies versus Sri Lanka tomorrow. Both are evenly matched, I thought, in all the departments. Well, dear fans and subscribers, that ends my preview of the two semi-finals that are coming up on April 3rd and 4th in the T20 World Cup 2014. Hope you all, dear friends and subscribers, enjoyed this preview. Thanks for your company as always, and thanks for watching Cricket Happenings. Your host Ram would like to say goodbye for the day. Thank you.